Welcome back. So today we'll be starting with the first exercise, that is 3.1, and here we have the first question. The question is displayed down in the video. So whenever a word problem type question is given in a linear equation, there will be definitely two unknown things that they'll be asking you. So here it is going to be age of the father and age of the daughter. So the first assumption that we make for any problem is we assume one variable to the father's age and one variable to the daughter's age. So in this question, I have taken the present age of the father be x years and his daughter be y years. So according to the question, there are two situations given. One is the father says 7 years ago the relationship between his age and his daughter's age, and after 3 years the relationship between his age and his daughter's age. So he says 7 years ago he was 7 times the age of the daughter. So when I say 7 years ago, the present age we have taken as x for the father and y for the daughter. So x and y, 7 years ago refers to, they will be 7 years lesser than what they are now. So that's why I have subtracted minus 7 on both sides. So x minus 7, y minus 7. And the father says the relationship between them, the father is 7 times that of the daughter at that time. That's why it is x minus 7 is equal to 7 times y minus 7. So this is the first scenario. So when I simplify this, I get one equation which is x minus 7y equal to minus 42. So this is the first equation. Then he says after 3 years, so since the present age is taken as x and y, after 3 years it's going to be x plus 3 and y plus 3. The father says his age will be 3 times that of his daughter. So x plus 3 will be 3 times y plus 3. So when I simplify this also, I get the second equation which is x minus 3y equal to 6. So this question, they have asked you to represent the situation in algebraic way and in graphical way. So algebraic way is writing these two equations. Now let's see how to represent it in graphical way. So already we have done graphical examples also. So I've taken the first equation, I have isolated one of the variable and taken the other variable to that side, and I have formed a table. And here, since I have taken y to the other side, my y becomes independent variable and x becomes dependent variable. So I substitute different values of y and obtain the different values of corresponding x. The reason for choosing 6, 5 and 7 here is, I wanted to accommodate the points within this graph limit. So I have taken these points. It's your convenience, you can even take other points. So this is the value that we get, and this is the second equation from here. So here also I have isolated x, I have taken 3y to that side. So my y becomes independent and x becomes dependent. Accordingly, I have changed different values for y and obtained the corresponding values of x. After getting these two set of points, the first line is represented using this one, where you have 6 comma 0 is this 0 comma 6, which is this point, minus 7 comma 5, which is this point, 7 comma 7, which is this point. So this refers to the first equation. Then 0 comma minus 2 is this point, 3 comma minus 1 is here, 6 comma 0 is here. So these 3 points refer to the second equation. So this is the graphical representation of this situation, and these two equations are the algebraic representation of the same situation. The second question. In this, they are given a situation where they are buying few bats and balls for some price. So we are trying to frame an equation for it. So first thing is, we are assuming that the cost of a bat is rupees x and for a ball is rupees y. So first situation is given that 3 bats and 6 balls cost rupees 3,900. So that is the first equation. Then another situation where they buy 1 bat and 2 balls for 1,300 rupees. So this is the second equation. So this is the algebraic representation of the given situation. So now next we are going to do the graphical way. So when we take the first equation, it is 3x plus 6y equal to 3,900. If I see this equation, it is divisible by 3. All the 3 coefficients can be divided by 3. So when I divide it by 3, I get x plus 2y equal to 1,300. So this becomes my new first equation for drawing the graph. So here for drawing the graph, I do the same thing. I shift one of the variable that side. So when I take 2y that side, I will get what is x. So your y is independent and x is dependent. So I have taken 3 sets of values and I have chosen 600, 500 and 400 because the value here is 1300. So if you choose bigger values, it will be easy to obtain your graph. So when I substitute 600, I get 100 for x. When I substitute 500, I get 300 for x. When I put 400 for y, I get 500 for x. And when you see the second equation, x plus 2y equal to 1300. This is the same as that of the reduced equation of the first one. So there is no need to draw another table because it is going to be the same data. So that's what is written here. So now I am trying to represent this data in the graph. So here I have taken a graph, but the scales have been enlarged because the values that we want to plot is in terms of hundreds. So I have taken each unit as hundreds. So it's 100, 200, 300 and it reduces and increases accordingly. So the first point is x is 100, y is 600. X is 100, y is 600 is this point. Then we have 300, 500. So 300 and 500 is this point. Then we have 500, 400. So 500, 400 is this point. So when I connect everything with a line, I get a straight line like this. And since both the equations are similar, you will get only one line. So this is also an example for infinitely many solution, because here your a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2 will be equal to your c1 by c2. This is the third and the last question of the first exercise. Here we have assumed the cost of 1 kg of apple is x rupees and 1 kg of grape is y rupees. So the given situation is 2 kgs of apple with 1 kg of grape cost 160 rupees, which is the first equation. Then 4 kgs of apple with 2 kgs of grapes cost rupees 300 rupees. This is the second situation. So these two are the algebraic way of representing the given data. Now we are trying to represent this graphically. So first I have taken equation 1. Here I have 2x plus y equal to 160. I take 2x to the other side, so I get y is equal to 160 minus 2x. So I have substituted different values of x and obtained the corresponding values of y. So I have taken 50, 60 and 70 and the corresponding y's are 60, 40 and 20 respectively. So this is for the first equation. Now we move on to the second equation. Here we have 4x plus 2y equal to 300 and this equation can be divided by 2 to make it simpler. So after dividing this second equation by 2, you will be getting 2x plus y equal to 150. Again I have kept y and took 2x to the other side and I have framed a table where I have taken 50, 60, 70 for x and substituted those values here and got the corresponding values for y, which is 50, 30 and 10. Now let's represent them in a graph. So here I have taken 10 units as a scale because the data is in terms of tens. So first let's try to plot this point. X is 50, y is 60, which is here. Then x is 60, y is 40, the second point. Then x is 70, y is 20, the third point. So if I connect these 3 points, I get the equation for this line. That is for the first equation. Now let's go to the second one. We have 50, 50, which is here. Then 60, 30, which is here. And 70, 10, which is here. So when I connect this, I get the graph of the second equation. So this is how you represent the given situation algebraically and graphically. So with this, we have completed exercise 3.1. We will be doing exercise 3.2 in the next lecture. Thank you.